We just finished testing the Premier 220 SunSation. We're up here at Forest Lake, just north of Minneapolis, and believe it or not, it's kind of a gray day. It's about to rain, but it's beautiful. We're really enjoying it. And we're powered by a Honda 100. Now, this is the new Honda that just came out, and it's a really beast of a little engine. I'm not sure we have it propped exactly right. We got on plane in 2.7 seconds to 25 miles an hour in 9.8 seconds, and our top speed was 25.9 miles an hour. So, and we just barely hit like 4,500, 48. This engine should be up there in the 5,000s, so we might have to tweak the prop a little bit. But I'll tell you what, it's really set up with the two tubes, 25 inchers, and the Honda 100. You're really set up for cruising and, you know, some tubing for the kids and maybe some junior skiing. Let's head back to the dock and check out some of the features of this boat. Like most two tubers, when you turn it, it kind of leans a little bit to the outside. But we have hydraulic steering on this, so it actually turns pretty well. So if the kids want to crack the whip, you can do it easily. You know, Mike, it's really hard for me sometimes to get on one of the Premiers and wrap my head around the idea that there's an entry-level model, because this sure doesn't look like one of the lower price models that you see.
Yeah, it doesn't look like entry level, doesn't feel like entry level, but the SunSation is you know, kind of lower level in the model lineup. You know, we do have one series below this, but you know, this is kind of the staple of what Premier was founded on. Really good quality construction, you know, great materials, really nice fit and finish. You know, a lot of people notice, and we get a lot of press for what we do on the upper end of the market with that, but that all kind of trickles down and falls into our lower levels as well.
Most definitely. You know, the thing that grabs you about this pontoon right off the bat is the rails in this thing.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
So brand new for actually last model year, in 2016, we came with two new color packages called Atomic Red and Atomic Blue. Really popular color package. I love how those rails pop off the black fencing. Redesigned this furniture for 2017, so brand new look on the furniture as well. Kind of give it more of a, you know, subdued look, so it flows into the flooring. It's just a really nice color package.
Mike, one thing I love about this model is the different points of entry into the pontoon, especially this guy right here. What is this? What do we have?
Yeah, the SunSation's our traditional our rear entry layout, so a lot of points of entry on this boat. This is our port gate, wheelchair accessible, so very wide gate, accommodated wheelchair. You know, just nice for boarding people, kids, bringing things on board, coolers, everything. It's a multi-purpose gate, but it is wheelchair accessible.
For sure.
Yep.
And one thing I really love too is the starboard boarding gate.
Yeah, we added the starboard, the smaller gates a few years back in front of the helms. There's enough space there, so we figured why waste that space with just a bolted together rail. Let's give an access point there. So if you pull up on that side of the dock, we have an easy out in the back, but we also have an easy out on the sideboard as well.
And what's great about this is, you know, a lot of people new to driving pontoon boats have kind of a hard time docking on the port side, right, because, you know, with all the furniture there, it's real high and you can't really see the dock.
Right.
But here, you can pull up on the left side, and the driver can just stick his head out and see exactly where he is, and people can just board on and off.
Yeah, being more of an entry-level boat model for you know, more basic, get started with a pontoon buyer. It's a really nice little feature that most people don't think of and don't even notice.
Right. Mike, walk me through the helm. What do we have?
So, you know, basic SunSation helm layout, but really have all the features the boater needs to get started. Everything from traditional gauges. Added a really nice Garmin unit to the center, so depth, GPS, a lot of functionality in this multi-purpose gauge here. Moved to a Rockford Fosgate.
Wow.
Stereo and sound system, brand new for 2017. That's
a standard?
That's a standard stereo.
It's a pretty nice upgrade,
yeah, 4-speaker stereo. You can add a subwoofer to this too, like you can the upper end models. That's an option, but the 4 speaker is very nice. I love this wheel. It's solid. It's got a really good feel to it. Love the kind of the 5-spoke looking traditional feel to it. The Atomic Blue, like we talked about on the rails and in the couches, we added to the dash panels here, so that all matches. You know, just really adds a complete package.
Mike, I noticed on our little U.S. Coast Guard badge there, we're rated for 11, and it looks like we have seating for everybody in this boat. Pretty good for a 22-footer.
Yeah, for a 22-foot boat, 11 passengers on board. That's plenty of family and plenty of friends for most people. Nice big bow couches up there. This is the new flooring on the SunSation for this year. It's called Sea Weave, similar material, textured textile to seagrass. It doesn't have as much of the cushion, but it's still, it's just as durable. It's got that nice texture, nice weave to it, and I just think it really helps the interior of this boat look pretty upper end.
Definitely. Mike, I noticed we're sporting the new Honda 100. I'm going to be testing this engine next week on Lake Lanier, but looks very compact.
Yeah, great little outboard. A lot of power for this two-tube model. We got two 25-inch tubes on each side, so there's a nice amount of flotation on here, whether you have 1-2 passengers or you fill it up with 11. This thing will push that boat really nice. We had to spend some time on this engine a couple weeks ago at our photo shoot, and really nice performing outboard.
Now, what are some of the other configurations you can get on this boat?
We can do a triple tube. Popular configurations a triple tube with a 150. Really kind of ups the performance and
Water
ups
sports,
the feel.
yeah.
And you can go up to do our PTX on this and probably get up to almost a 200 horsepower motor too. So if you really want to make this thing, fly, it's not entry level in terms of performance. You can really add on and make it your own.
Right, yeah, we had plenty of performance for tubing and stuff, though.
Yeah, definitely. Tubing, young kids skiing, pushing you across the lake, getting where you need to be if the storm comes up. That engine will do a lot of work.
For more information on the Premier 220 SunSation and other great boats, go to boatingworld.com. I'm Alan Jones, and we'll see you on the water.